Hi everyone, I'm Rachel Tessman from StampYourArtOut.com, and as you can see in the background, I have a helper with me. I actually have two helpers with me. One of them you don't see. He is on my main computer, and he is going to be checking out comments over there. Luke, say hi.
Hello.
Hello. And then Nick is behind me here. You can see him. He's going to be reading. He's going to be reading comments that are actually on my iPad, which is what the main camera is that's on us right now. So sometimes you can see me looking off to one side, and that's because the comments are on that side of the iPad. I had some requests for people to tell more about the Switcher Studio app that I use and the setup that I have, but I'm not going to do that during this broadcast. I think what I'm going to do is do another broadcast soon and show you the whole setup, because I did get some little devices. I got the app put onto Luke's iPod, so I can actually show you how I have it set up. But that will be in a future broadcast. Hey, Kendra's with us and Jan is with us. Thank you, guys. Thanks for saying hello. So Nick is going to help me out because I am so bad. It's one of my worst worst skills that I have is.
I gotta help you.
Is paying, go ahead, okay. Is paying attention to comments. So anyways, Nick is going to be my comment person. He's going to be standing over here where he just was, and he's going to be letting me know if there's any questions that arise. Hey, Vicky's with us, and Karen, thank you for sharing already, Karen. Yay. So I'm going to try not to get too distracted by the fact that my boys are with me, but it's summer, and we are broadcasting at 10 a.m. now. Through the summer, and it's going to be like every other week. I do have the schedule up on my Facebook page, so if you want to, you can go to the videos or the events, or what I think it's events, and you can jot down the dates that I have written down so that you can make sure not to miss them if you want to be with me live. Hey, Catherine Miller from Maryland, and she's saying hi to all of us. So yes, again, I have my two helpers, Nick, who is going to be behind me in just a minute, and Luke, who is over at my computer, and they're just going to watch for questions. Awesome. Thank you, hon. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and bring the, actually, no, not yet. First of all, I want to tell you about this, what we're gonna do. So I'm going to show you quite a few things today, as always, but I'm going to focus in on one project, and that one project is going to be a mini Gable box. We have some new lustrous white, they call them, Gable boxes, and I can't wait to show you those. And I'm going to make some treat boxes. The main one I'm going to walk you through completely, and that's what I have directions and instructions for. And then the other ones I'm just going to show you and give you a few tips on. I'll walk you through a couple things on one of them, but it's going to be pretty fun. And then I'm also going to share with you the new planner. My friend Nancy Forsberg, she's also in my team of Stampers with Art Stars. She was over here the other day and she loaned me her planner, the new planner that Stampin' Up! Sells. It's a project kit that you make from start to finish, and you can make it work for however you want to have it set up. So if you want to start your planner or / calendar right now, you can actually start with the month of June or the month of July or whatever, and it's really awesome. So that's the first thing I'm going to show you when I bring the camera down onto my desk here. So let's go ahead and get that set up so that we can see. All right.
Mom,
what's up, bud?
A bunch of people are saying shared. I have no idea what that means.
Oh, Luke wants to know what shared means, and thank you for bringing that up, Luke. When someone shares the video, that is allowing me to reach more people with the fun things that I show off. So I love that you guys are sharing. Thank you for doing that. And when you comment that you shared, you get entered into the prize drawing. And today we actually have 3 prizes because there's 3 of us here today, Luke and Nick and me. So I've decided to do 3 prizes instead of 2. So yay! All right. So let me share with you this fun planner. It is beautiful, first of all. I don't know if any of you purchased this yet, but this is the new planner, and it's a planner is like a calendar, but you can do lots of other things in a planner. And it has beautiful silver flowers on it. Yeah, Nick.
Kendra doesn't know what a Gable box is.
Oh, I can't wait to show. I'm gonna show you the Gable boxes. It's just the name that they give this style of box. So okay, so this is the new planner.
Just press play.
And it's got a little place for a pen to be held into it. I guess that's new. I didn't get last year's planner, but I definitely think I need to get this one now that I've seen it. And inside your planner, when you get it, you get all these wonderful papers, and of course they're wrapped in plastic, but we had to open them up. So let's see here if I can put them back in order. You get some fun washi tape with it. You get the little brochure that gives you some tips and stuff. And then you get all of this fun stuff. And because a planner is opened up like this, right? You're going to have a left side and a right side. You have to have your holes set up a certain way. So when we were going through it, we were saying, oh my gosh, okay, there's September and there's August, but where's the other page? And you just kind of have to thumb through everything and organize it because it is in here. Things look like they're, oh yeah, they're upside down right now, but they're, let's flip it this way. So they are in here. I think they're towards this direction. Yeah. So there's the opposite side of your calendar. So it's really fun, and there's stickers and all kinds of fun little things. It's just, I can't wait to get it. So I had to share that with you. It's not going to be in detail, but maybe when Nancy puts it together at our team event coming up, she'll let me keep it so I can share with you the finished design on what happens when she puts that together. All right, so here we go. So fun. Let me show you Gable boxes. These are Gable boxes, okay, and they come flat, of course, and then you just put them together by going like this and folding the bottom tabs in. You start with the U, and then you bring the two sides in, and then you bring the tab in like this, and you've got your box like this. And then these pieces, when you fold them in, go like this. And this is the design of a Gable box. Can you guys see what I'm doing there, hopefully? Okay. Now what I've done with, this one was available in the Occasions catalog. What I have done is I have decorated one of those, and I did it with an embossing folder. And I'm going to show you a quick tip on how you insert that embossing folder. So when you emboss, you have to run it through the Big Shot, and it has to be flat, right? Here's our new lustrous white one. And if I bring it up here, maybe you can see a little bit of the shine in it. It might be hard to see in the camera. This isn't the clearest camera, is it? But here is, it has like shimmer, like the shimmery white paper. And what you do is before you open up your box, you actually insert, let's see here, it's going to go this way. You insert your embossing folder through the middle like that. And then you adjust it where you want it to go. So you could have it over here, or you could have it over there, or you could flip it around, bring it upside down and do it. So as long as you have an embossing folder that doesn't have a start and a stop at the edges, like this one here, then you can do it. If you have like the skinny one does this, okay? So you can just put it in, run it through your Big Shot, and after it's done, it has embossed the flowers on it like that. But when it comes to an embossing folder like, let's see if I can grab it here. An embossing folder like, here, I'll grab this one. Like this one here. Okay, this is the one that has the rhinestones on it. And forgive me, I don't have the name of that one in front of me. But when it comes to that one, you can't slip it in all the way. You could, because it's too wide. It's one of our 6-inch wide ones, I guess. See, it doesn't fit in all the way, right? But you could with this one. You could slip it in all the way. The problem is, though, when you do this, is you get this crease and a crease here because of the design of the embossing folder, and your design gets cut off in a weird way. So we don't want to have that happen. So instead, what we're going to do, and I know this, you guys might like go, oh my gosh, don't do that, but you're going to find the seam. Here it is. So here's the seam where the sides come together, and you're just going to open it up carefully like that, and you're going to take it apart, and now it's a flat piece of paper. So you don't have to worry about having to slip in your embossing folder. And with this one, you can really put it smack dab in the middle of where you want it to go. It will cover the whole surface of one of the front of the Gable boxes, okay? You love the white too, Karen? Yeah, I do too. Now, if you put it here, though, you're going to see a little bit of the embossing folder go off onto one of the sides. So it's best that you put it here with the skinnier ones, and then you can line up this edge here with where it bends, and the excess embossing area will just go off onto this tab sticking off here on the side. Okay, so we're going to run that one through in just a minute. Now with an embossing folder that's wider, you can see the difference between the sizes here. With a wider one, you can actually get 2 sections done perfectly. It goes the perfect width from this crease to that crease. So you can do one section, and then you can move it over, and you can do this section. Okay, so yay for that. Let me show you one of those boxes that I did with that embossing folder. And again, I don't have the name in front of me, but this is one of the Gable boxes that I altered, and I'll give you tips on how to alter it like that in just a second. But you can see I embossed all 4 sides of that Gable box.
Someone had a question.
Yeah, what's the question, hon?
Susan Hamilton, she said, how do you make the sandwich to run this through the big shot?
Okay, so she's asking about the sandwich, and now I'm going to pull in the big shot, okay? So let's go ahead and bring this into view. Hopefully you guys can see it. I might have to zoom out just a little bit here. There we go. So you can see a little bit more of that. Okay, so this is what you're going to do, Susan and everybody. You're going to take your regular platform, and because I have a thick embossing folder, these are called the Dynamics, they do instruct you to take out one of your cutting mats. So we're going to remove that, and we always take out the thin die adapter. We don't need that unless we are cutting some dies. So let's go ahead and set this one up again so that it is going through just the front panel. And we want to make sure that it's lined up with the edge. There we go. And it's embossing the whole thing. Okay, and then we lay that down onto just the platform without the thin die adapter. We put this on top and we run it through. And you want to go in this direction making sure that everything's staying within here. You don't want to have anything sticking off the edge. So we're going to run it through. How are we doing, guys, with comments? Any questions come up besides that one?
There's one more.
Yeah?
Aaron Kirkendall or something. Is the folder scattered sequins?
Scattered sequins, thank you. Yes, scattered sequins is this one here. Rhinestone sequins, you know. Thank you. All right, so we've got the leaves embossed on the front here. Well, it would be typically the back, but again, it wouldn't fit here very well. So then what we do is we tape this shut again. So let's bring in our tear and tape adhesive. Pretty soon I'm going to show you some materials and some measurements, but right now I'm not, because I want to just walk you through a couple things before I do that. So we're just going to put some tear and tape adhesive on here, and that's on the tab of our box because we want it to stick back down and have it shut again. And we'll just take our bone folder and really press that in and then tear off the backing. And if you have your box flat, all you have to do, let's zoom back in a bit here. All you have to do is just go like this. Ta-da! Super easy to do. And now we have our Gable box back together and we have it embossed on the front. Thanks, Missy. I'm glad you like that. Yay. Okay, so then if you want to get this look, you would take and cut off these pieces here. And I'm going to go ahead and cut them off anyways because we need that for the last box that we're going to make. So you would cut off these pieces, this handle and this handle. And I actually should have put the tape on first. Oops! I should have put the tape on these sections first before doing that. So then you want to take and put a little bit of tape here. We'll just fold this over like that. So you take and put some tear and tape on there. And then we want to do the same thing to this side. Put some tear and tape here. I wish you guys can you see the shine from this lustrous white mini Gable box. It is so pretty. I wish you guys could see it in the camera. It just feels like the camera isn't doing it justice.
They can't.
They can't see it? Yeah, I don't think they can either. It's beautiful though. Hey, Joelle from France. Yay!
We should be hired permanently.
Hey, thanks. Who is that? Cecilia saying that? Yeah, I do. I love that I have a couple helpers here because they're catching the questions, right?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Okay, and they're being so quiet and good. I told them that I would give them extra device time today if they were good.
I think on the iPad we're getting comments a little later than on the computer over there.
Oh, okay. Yep, a little bit of delay on devices.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to fold these tabs in and just stick them down.
Someone said I can't see it or something.
You can't. Oh, she can't see it?
That just appeared.
Oh.
Was talking about
LaDon, you can't see it? Oh, you can't see the shine. That's what she's talking about. Yeah. Because you can see what I'm sharing. Yeah. So now you've got this set up, and of course you would assemble your box. I'm not going to do that yet because I have to do something else. Another question?
So, Maria Payne said,
Maria.
how many are in a pack?
How many are in a pack? Maria, it's good to hear from you. In each pack you get 12 boxes. So 12 in the lustrous white, and I believe it's the same with the, 12 in each pack. Thanks for asking that.
Way better than school.
All right, yes, this is way better than being in school, isn't it, Nick?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun. Okay, so then you take out those little, I don't know, those little things that are supposed to come out, and you grab a pencil. And I think I put my pencil away in that little tray back there. I'm going to grab it because I was going to ask Nick to get it, but I have to update you on his leg. I'll do that here in just a second. So you're going to stick a pencil through that hole, and we're going to use the roundness of the pencil, and we're just going to kind of twist and bring it through like this as we're twisting. And it widens and makes a little circle in there, and it allows a straw. So you can adjust the diameter of that circle based on the straw that you get. Okay, because some paper straws or whatever kind of straws you're going to use are different sizes. So that's how you get this look here. Okay, so that's the tip on that box. I'm not going to walk you through the whole box because instead we're going to take that straw out of here and we're going to trim off the top sections here and here for the box that I'm going to walk you through completely. Let's first switch to the measurements though. I want you guys to see the measurements. All right, we're on our computer and you can see that we have for the huge thanks treat box that I'm going to share with you. We have, these are the supplies that you'll need, and in addition to that, these are the consumables. So the shimmery white cardstock, Call Me Clover cardstock, that's a new color, it's a nice bright green. You'll need a window sheet that is cut to 6x4 and scored at 2 inches, and I'll show you how to do that. And then you'll need some leaf ribbon, and that is in the Call Me Clover color. Take a screenshot of that so that you don't miss out. And as you guys are doing that, I'm just putting on some tear and tape adhesive onto those 2 other tabs. All right, everybody have a screenshot of that? What's up, Nick or Luke?
Nothing.
Okay. All right, we're switching back over here. We're putting some tear and tape adhesive on the inside of those 2 tabs. And we're going to tear off the backing.
Oh, it's still showing this thing.
Oh, is it?
No,
not
that computer's
okay.
behind.
All right, so there's a little delay on all of these, yeah. So now we have the screen on us here, I think. You guys are seeing me, right? Oh yeah, Christmas. What makes you think of Christmas? The little, the box that I just shared that had this one here, hang on. This one? This makes you think of Christmas because of the red? Totally could be Christmas. Yeah, I was actually thinking 4th of July. Thanks, Don. Yeah, you could do this as a Christmas look too. I don't have the blue in there, but with the red and the white, it could totally be Christmas, and these could be snowflakes. But yeah, the sequins and the rhinestones, I just thought it was kind of festive for 4th of July. All right, so I've got the backings off of these. Now I'm going to go ahead and tuck them in. And let's see if we can bring up another little fun overlay there. Ah, I love my app. It's so fun to do these videos with these fun picture-in-picture things. Now again, to close up the box, we're going to bring in the U-shape section on the bottom, then the two sides, and then the tab like that, okay? And now we have our shortened little box. It's still a good size though. And we're gonna go ahead and make this fun little look.
Oh.
Isn't that neat? So let's go ahead. Did you like that, Nick? All right, did you hear him? That was fun. Is there a question coming in?
No, it wasn't a question. I just think it was something that you need to respond to.
Okay.
Fran said she was thinking of a toolbox or something.
A toolbox. Totally. Yes, that totally looks like a toolbox if you decorate it up with tools, and oh, that would be so cute. Okay, thanks, Fran. All right, so now I have my 6 by 4 inch window sheet, and I'm going to, I'm going to score. And it's harder to score with your paper trimmer scoring blade than it is with the Simply Scored tool, but I don't want you to feel like you have to own it all, because you don't. If you press super hard with this scoring blade onto the window sheet, and it's positioned in at the 2-inch mark, if you press really hard, you can get that crease to become deeper and deeper, okay? You have to give it some muscle though. So we've got that done, and now we're gonna take and we're gonna bend it with our hand manually. Say that again, hon?
You have to get some muscle.
It's, yeah, you have to get some muscle, which Nick's leg is getting more and more every day. Okay, so now we have our folded piece of window sheet, and that is gonna slip inside of our box like this. So that was scored at 2 inches because the base of our box is 2 inches. Okay, now before we stick it all the way in, we're going to take one of our new punches, and this punch is called the Detailed Trio Punch. Luke, got a question? Karen?
Karen, she said that is super cute. It would be great for a kid's birthday.
Oh yeah, for a kid's birthday party, totally. Thanks, Karen. Okay, so when you put these, when you put your paper in, there's some little sections here on the sides that guide your paper so that it goes in just perfect in the corner. You want to make sure that they're held against those guides, and then you just press down. I'm used to holding punches up in the air. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Something said,
yeah, somebody
hey,
said
Nick, how's your PT going?
Oh, yeah.
Do you want to address
Well,
that?
I was gonna say something before that too. Somebody asked how old I was.
Oh, okay, so my boys
I'm
are,
12.
yep, he's 12, Nick is 12, and Luke is 11, and physical
And
therapy just started.
My physical therapy is doing good. I can bend my leg to 40 degrees
Yay.
already.
Yay, yeah, they've been rooting for you. All right, so we've got that little insert in there. And then we want to make these fun little embellishments. And to do that, we're going to use the stamp set called Animal Outing. This is a new stamp set in the 2018 through 19 annual catalog. We're going to grab this image here and the thank you big time image. I think those are perfect together. And we're going to stamp them onto a scrap of our shimmery white. And again, you can't see the shimmer in the camera, but believe me, it is there. It's like little mini sparkles. It's so pretty. Now, if we're going to be coloring, let me grab this little piece here. If we're going to be coloring our rhinoceros with blends, the Stampin' Blends alcohol-based markers, which we do have a couple grays in, you're going to get a darker gray rhino. But you want to stamp it first with the Memento Tuxedo Black ink. That goes with those markers really well. If you use the Stays On with the Stampin' Blends markers, and let me just show you a Stampin' Blends marker here. These are what we're not using today, okay, because I didn't want a super dark rhinoceros. But these would be used with the Memento ink, okay? This would be used when we're going to do watercoloring with our pencils. So we want to use the Stays On ink, which came back. Some of us still hung on to it from before. So let me grab my little rhinoceros here. And we're going to pounce up and down to ink it up and stamp it onto our scrap. There's our rhinoceros. And oops, keep that open because we're also going to stamp our sentiment onto there. So now we've got our two pieces, and we can do watercoloring with watercolor pencils with this guy, okay? It won't bleed with that ink. Move these off to the side. Grab these. And I'm going to pull about 3 colors out of here. I've got my, I think this is our coral color, Calypso Coral, Basic Gray, Daffodil Delight, and Pumpkin Pie. They do not come in all of our Stampin' Up! Colors. I hope that they expand this line. I love watercoloring. What you do with the watercolor pencils is you grab this pen, which is called a blender pen. Isn't this the most adorable stamp set, Brenda? I agree. And LaDawn said the same thing. Yes, it's a very cute one. So what I do when I watercolor with pencils is I just take and I go over the dark areas that had shading in them already in the image, the stamped image, and I go over them with the color that I want to be the darkest. And you can barely see that I'm adding this. Maybe if I zoom in a bit here. Let's see if I can do that. There we go. So I'm just adding just a touch of gray here and there in the creases of his body, like that. And then I'm going to come in with the blender pen, not the blends pen. These are called blender pens. And I'm going to kind of do a circular motion to get that gray to pull from the sections that are really, really dense with color and to come out into the white areas. Now you can see what's happening is the white areas are staying pretty white, but the areas where the color was added first, they are staying darker. And I'm doing a very, very quick version of watercoloring. I could teach you how to watercolor better than this at another time, but I want to hurry so that you don't have to have too much time on this video. I could make my video super long if you guys really want me to. As you can see, I can talk. Okay, then you just run it clear.
Of course you can.
And now we're going to color in our bird. And on the bird, I'm going to do just a touch of yellow and making it really dark on the base of his wing and on the base of his body. And then I'm going to do his beak in the orange color. So Daffodil Delight and Pumpkin Pie. And then, and as you can see, I barely put any color on there. But now I'm going to come in with my blender pen again, and I'm going to start at the strong area of color and blend upward into his body. And it does give a pretty shaded look to his body. He does look darker down here. It's hard to tell in this camera, but it gets lighter as it goes up and out. Run the color on your scrap paper till it's clear, and then come in and do the beak or a new color. And then I did add a little bit of pink around his snout, or her snout, whatever you want to call it. Don't know if this is a boy or girl, but I just added a little pink around there.
It can be either.
It can be either. You can choose.
Mm-hmm.
And that way his nose area looks good. Yeah. 3 what?
I don't know.
3 what, Karen? All right, so there. I've got that done. Now that it's colored in, I can bring in the Big Shot again. All right, let's bring in this tool and all of our cutting mats because we will need the ooh, it's really big. Hold on, let me zoom out. We can bring in our platform, that's this here. We can bring in our thin die adapter. I'm going to have to scoot this into the camera better here. Our thin die adapter.
Someone said
Cutting
You
mat.
can't hear on her phone.
Yeah.
Oh
Stacey.
no, Stacy, you might have to either go on a different device.
Oh, Mom, tell her to put headphones on. That always works. If
Oh.
you put headphones on.
Luke says to put on headphones. That might
always
help.
Works.
But hopefully the rest of you guys can hear. I haven't heard that from anyone else yet, Stacy. Sorry about that. So then you line up your little die on top of the rhinoceros's body. And as you're laying this down, I always angle it in, and then I press straight on top to catch it so that it doesn't shift on me. And as I'm bringing it through, I want to hold it really tight. Now you could use the magnetic platform. I use that from time to time too. There's a magnetic platform that allows you to catch dies.
Jennifer Helene said, "Will you come to my house and design my craft room?"
Thanks, Jennifer. Did you see it in my last blog post? So I have some new Stampin' Storage things that I have to share it another time too. They're really, the organization is just, it's exciting here right now. I'm very excited about it. Okay, we have our rhinoceros done, and now we want to bring in our punches.
Everyone was talking about hearing.
Yeah, because sometimes what happens to people's phones is that they can't hear. So you guys might not be able to hear, but for right now, just put headphones on, and then if you don't hear at all for other stuff, then what I do is I turn my phone off and then, like, all the way off and then turn it back on, and that always works.
I just put on headphones and it works for me.
I know, but sometimes that doesn't hear the whole thing. Like, it'll happen to other stuff, too.
And it looks like that
if you
a lot
wanna-
of you are actually hearing, so
yeah,
that's
if
good.
you want to hear it for good and not be able to hear for other stuff and not want to put on headphones all the time, then just turn your phone off. And
Thanks,
turn it back
guys,
on.
for those ideas. I just wanted to point out, too, that I used the 1 1/4 inch punch and the 1 3/8
Yeah,
inch
both of
punch
those ideas work.
for these pieces here. So now we're going to bring our snail in. This is the main adhesive that I like to use. And we're going to go ahead and just attach those two together like that. And we'll bring in our box again. And our box, again, to make it look like this, we just need to add, oh boy, I could have done a little bit more elaborate coloring on this guy. And it looks like my ink pad wasn't as dark as my first time I stamped it. But he's still cute. He's still super cute. So now we're going to bring in our Call Me Clover leaf ribbon. It's called, leaf ribbon. This is the only color it comes in, but it's a beautiful green. Of course, I love green, right? So now we have little scraps of it, and we're bringing our ribbon cutting scissors. So what I recommend doing, and I got this idea from samples in the catalog, is just to cut little sections like this, because I think you can get a pretty fun look by just doing little sections and grabbing your glue dot. I have one more on this guy here, so I'm going to use them up. Grabbing your glue dot, picking up your ribbon, and then positioning this where you want it to go. My youngest is humming over there, you guys. No drumming, no humming.
Okay,
It's distracting. So we'll pick up this one here, and you can pick it up by the leaf or by the stem, and you just want to kind of lay those where they kind of make sense. And we'll do one more on this side over here, like this. So yeah, Nick started his physical therapy, was it yesterday morning, Nick?
Yes.
Yeah, and they made him do all kinds of fun things.
Yesterday at around 6:20 to 7:30.
Okay, I don't know where my dimensionals, over there.
We left at 6.
So here are the dimensionals, and you want to put
We started at
3 on.
6:20.
And the reason why I say 3 is because you really want to make sure that that ribbon is held in place in case the glue dot doesn't hold it for some reason. Just, put on lots of adhesive. So we're going to stick that right down here. And now we have our fun little sprigs of leaves coming out. And then on this piece here, and you can actually pull it out, we're going to put some behind. So, and I won't walk you through that whole process, but it's the same thing where you just stick your glue dots down on there and then you stick this guy on top. And he is stuck on there with a strip of the sticky strip rather than the glue dots. So after I glue dotted the little pieces of leaf ribbon on there, I just stuck a little strip of tear and tape, not sticky strip, sorry, tear and tape adhesive, and stuck that on top. Is it a
Peggy
cloth
asked
ribbon?
If it's a cloth ribbon.
Okay. Let's look on the box. I don't know if it says what it's made of out of here. No, it doesn't. Oh, it does. It's 100% polyester. Good question, Peggy. So it's polyester, and it feels kind of
paper.
It feels kind of
It doesn't
paperish.
feel like polyester.
Yeah, it feels paperish, but it is. It's made out of fabric. Yeah. So.
Right there.
So then what you do is after you've got your finished box, you stick in some big, huge cookies. So, thank you.
It feels
Big
like
time.
paper, but it's made out of polyester. It's weird.
The boys are still talking about the ribbon. So here we have our big, huge cookies, and you can get smaller cookies in there.
That's made out of polyester, and that's super soft.
Oh, yes, yes. It depends on how it's processed, I guess.
Mom,
But
someone needs your ribbon.
well, yeah, you can buy it in the online store. In fact, here, let's just bring that up. Nope, that's it. There we go. Shop products. If you go to stampyourart.com, you can go to the tab that says shop, and there's a link to my online store. You can also find that link to shopping on my business page here that you're watching me on my Stamp Your Art Out with Rachel Facebook page. So if you want to look for any of these products and you do not have a demonstrator currently, or you are not a demonstrator currently, you can certainly purchase from me. Otherwise, go to the person that you normally buy from. And we are going to draw for some prizes. Yay! Let me show you what those are. Woohoo! I hope you enjoyed what I shared here. Let's bring those back in so you can see them. There's one box. I don't know if we can, yeah, we'll lay them down like this. Here's another box. We'll just put the cookies next to it. There we go. And then we'll bring in this one, even though I didn't demonstrate it. Nick, can you stop doing your little rhythm thing there? There we go. All right, so we have a few different boxes that we showed today. And now we're going to draw for some prizes. Let me show you what those are. We have 3 sets of this. I have been preparing product shares for the past week, and I accidentally miscounted. And I made extra product shares with the Fancies ribbon. Now, it does not include the leaf ribbon, but I have lots of fancy ribbon on here. There are 5 feet of each of these colors on here. And then I also have some extra little pencils, watercolor pencils that were left over from a past paper pumpkin kit when I purchased a bunch of them. And I wanted to put those out there as a bonus gift. So these are watercolor pencils. They work with the blender pens. And I believe it includes a color. I want to say it's this purple color that's not in the regular pencil packet. So you get an extra color by doing, yeah, it's this, I think it's a fig color, I want to say. Maybe. Anyways, so this is the gift. I know it says thanks for your order, but when I peeled it off, it left an icky residue. So, so these are the prizes. There are 3 sets of these, and we're going to draw for a winner for that. Yay, right? And then I want to also mention, as I'm pulling that up on the computer so that we can draw for prizes. Oh, Nick says, or Luke says there's a question.
Someone said thanks for, thank you boys for helping your mom.
Yeah, didn't they do a good job? Yay! We're giving them virtual hand claps right now, right? All right. So let's get this off the screen there, and we're gonna move to my computer as we zoom in. I'm sorry, I'm setting it up here. Hang on a minute, guys. Something's happening. Come on. Oh, here, I have to click on posts. Okay, I'm gonna move to my computer now so you can see. Okay, we are going to draw for a winner from this broadcast. Here we go. Pick a winner.
Me?
All right, here we go.
No.
Karen Kirkendall. Yay! Yay, Karen Kirkendall. And then we're going to draw another winner. So we have 1, 2. You want to call it the next name, Nick?
Sure.
Okay, the next winner. You just have to zoom up.
I'm scrolling down. Heather Osborne.
Yay! Congratulations. We're clapping for you, all 3 of us, right?
that it?
Luke, get in here and clap. Can you see it? Can you see Luke? Where is he? There he is. Oh, I gotta go this way. Yay! Jan's clapping with emojis. I love it. Okay, so next week I have, or not next week, sorry. I'm broadcasting 2 weeks from now because next week is actually our garage sale. If you live locally, come visit. It's going to be July 20th, 21st, and 23rd. So Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday. If there's a bad weather day in there, we might do it on the Friday as well. So the 27th is the next broadcast. And these are, well, this is one of the versions of the cards that we're going to do. It's going to be an easel card. So you can see that it lays flat and then opens up. I'm going to walk you through that fun card. This is the other version of it here. Ta-da! So we're going to do that. Trying to think what else I was going to tell you before we sign off. Oh, I'm going to try to get this video up on my blog tomorrow. And if I don't get it up tomorrow, it will be the next day for sure. So if you want to come back and see close-up photos and written measurements that you can just copy and paste, then you can definitely do that from that blog post. This...
She asked if it's June.
June. Yes, Nancy, thank you. June 27th. So 2 weeks from now, June 27th. And this here is going to become my incentive trip swap. All I have to do is pull the bottom open like this, and I can travel with a bunch of these flat ones to our trip to Alaska all of us, Dad and Luke over there, we're all going to go to Alaska in July.
Another question.
Another
She
question.
said, was it June or July for garage sale?
Oh,
It's
June. So it's next week. It's so if you live locally, it's June. It's at my house here in Andover. You can find my address in if you go to my blog and you click on. Oh gosh, I think it's events.
How do the winners contact with your address?
Okay, hang on a minute. Lots of questions happening at once, right? Okay, if you go to my blog, stampyourartout.com, and you click on
Tone it down.
recent newsletters. Sorry, hang on. I'm trying to find it here. If you click on recent newsletters, sorry, I want to make sure I give you the right directions. Recent newsletters, scroll down. At the very bottom are my latest newsletters, and you click on the June 1st one. That includes a newsletter that has my information for the garage sale there. And then what was the other question?
How do the winners contact to their address?
Okay, so the winners can private message me either with my, contact me through my blog or through Facebook is usually what I do. So I'll reach out to you if you don't hear from me pretty soon, winners, then I'll reach out to you and you can reach out to me, whatever. Just message me and you can message me your address and I will get those things in the mail to you. So this is going to be my 3D swap for our cruise to Alaska. I'm super excited. We leave for that in July.
Mom, you'll be able to see Fran Ward.
Yeah, that's her home state.
Fran is coming. You live there. Oh, yeah. Wonderful. Are you going on the trip, Fran?
Alaska's my home state.
Oh,
yep.
What a beautiful place. We went there one other time, and now we're bringing our boys because it was our favorite, probably our most favorite incentive trip.
Question.
So, another question.
Catherine K. Miller said, "Did you draw 3 names?"
I did not draw 3 names. Catherine, thank you. We gotta draw one more.
No, this one was supposed to be Luke who announced it. That's why Luke walked away.
Okay, sorry. Thank you, Catherine. See, this is good that they're paying attention to the to the comments. Our third winner is Diana.
Diane
Napolitano. Thank you.
Thank
you so much.
Sounds like a Sokatano.
It's loud in here, but they are really helping me out with these comments. Thank you. I'm so glad.
Her last name sounds like a Sokatano, and that's a Jedi.
Oh, it's a Jedi. Okay. Well, your name rhymes with a Jedi,
Napolitano, a Sokatano.
We'll see you guys in 2 weeks. Okay. Bye, everyone.